Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got something extremely unique. I do not... listen, I unbox a lot of stuff on this channel. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, chances are you've seen me handle knives that are about 30 bucks. And you've probably seen me handle knives that are multiple thousands of dollars. I do that a lot here. But believe me when I say this is something that is unique beyond that. This is something that I don't typically get to take a look at. And thanks to Herman Knives and Polish Custom Knives, I get to share this with you today. This is not mine. It will go back when I am done with it. It's very kind of Polish Custom Knives to allow me to experience this and share it with you guys. So thank you very much. I will, of course, link this knife and Herman Knives in general down in the description. That way you can go and take a look at the listing here for yourself. I am going to read from it because there's a lot of information here, but we're going to take a look at it first. So thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I have not actually opened this up yet. I was saving my initial reaction. We're not reviewing this today. It's not possible for a multitude of reasons, but I was saving my initial reaction for you guys. So I have only seen pictures of this. So here we go. Of course, we do have a Slim. You guys know that I own multiple Slims. It's one of my favorite models from Herman. But let's take a look at the COA here. So this is one of two. So I believe it's a set, meaning like it's part of a set. There's another one that's in the set and not an identical knife as far as I understand it. But this is one of a kind in a set of two. Does that make sense? This is Damascus steel at 63 HRC. And then outside of that, it looks pretty straightforward. But you can see right there, it says Born to Fly. Special one here. I want to keep that intact. So let's lift this up and move the microfiber cloth. Oh my gosh, the detail. Let me carefully get this out so that we can take a look at it. Like I said, we're going to take a look at this close up, and then I'm going to tell you about it. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Hold on here. You know what we're going to do? I'm actually going to zoom my camera so that we can enjoy this together. If you don't have it cranked up to 4K, crank it up to 4K so that you can see this. This is unreal detail. I actually am realizing now that I can zoom further. The detail. This has to have been done under a magnifying glass, maybe. Oh my goodness. How absolutely gorgeous is this? Man, so I've seen hand engraving before, right? And it's hard to judge. Look at the polish. Oh my gosh. Are the backs, the edges are polished? Look at that. Look at this backspacer. Oh, this is too beautiful. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The other side. Its own unique thing. Oh, wow. Look at the detail on this. Now, listen, you know, I can hear some of you saying, and I might agree with you, this, you know, it might not be your cup of tea. But the reason, you know, it's worth talking about is to celebrate somebody's ability to do this. Somebody did this by hand. I know people want to point out, you're touching it with the glove, but you're also touching it with an ungloved hand. The whole point of the glove is to keep my fingerprints off of the faces or the surfaces, the main surfaces here, and then I'm just stabilizing with the other hand. Might not make a lot of sense to everybody, but look how we've got this texturing on the pivot. My own eyes are having trouble picking up all of the little details here. This is so beautiful. Let's get the blade out. Oh, of course. Of course. What a crisp pattern. Is this a deep etch? I am going to have to touch this. No, not that deep of an etch. I mean, I can feel it. The depth of this, though. This is a Damascus steel blade that looks quite a bit different. They really went out of their way on this one. They really went out of their way. I just can't get over the polished spine. I mean, it creates such an awesome contrast. If they had continued and done the engraving here on the edges, then it would all just sort of kind of mash together. But since there's separation there, it allows this area to be highlighted. Look at that. all the way down into the two little bevels. This is unreal. The edges of the pocket clip are also polished. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is spectacular. This is truly something special. I'll give you guys a whole look here. This is a ×2 zoom. I guess we're still zoomed in a bit. Let me go back out to the ×1. What a spectacular piece. Oh my gosh. And of course the action. This is so gorgeous. So I'm going to bring us back into ×2 while it's laying here on the table so that everybody can enjoy this absolutely beautiful, beautiful pocket knife. This is so special. Okay, I want to read here. In close collaboration with Malba, who is the person behind the engraving. You can actually read about this. I will link this exact knife in the description so you can actually read and get the additional details. The knife here is engraved by a person named Malba, a renowned artist specializing in intricate engravings. Herman Knives has created a unique knife that captures attention not only with its quality, but also with an extraordinary hand-engraved design. The motif adorning the handle pays homage to the defense of, I don't know how to pronounce, it's LVIV. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that, in 1920. This is not history that I am familiar with, so I'm just giving this information. And some of you, in fact, many of you might be much more familiar. A historically significant event etched into the annals, let's also not a word, AN and ALS. You guys are going to make fun of me for not understanding that, of courage and resilience. The engraving, inspired by the original emblem of the squadron designed by pilot Elliot Chess, depicts a, and here's another word I'm not familiar with, KRAKOW, and then second word ROGATYWKA, a symbol of, again, a name that I'm not familiar with, along with two cross sides set against the backdrop of the United States flag. This unique combination of Polish and American symbols honors both the Polish inhabitants of, again, LVIV, and the American volunteers who fought side by side with the Poles. This is really, really cool, and it's not history that, it's obviously history that I should know about, and I don't. And now I want all the lore on this just so I can learn about it. But that's so interesting that that's what that represents. And I feel really bad for not being able to pronounce names or words in here. So my apologies to, all the people involved with this knife. But I do want as much information out there for people as possible. Anyways, let's see here, volunteers, among them was Marion C. Cooper, the squadron organizer and future director of King Kong. Okay, the story, rich in heroism and extraordinary figures, has been encapsulated in the hands of this knife, serving as a reminder of courage and strength of solidarity. That's really, really cool. That's very interesting, and I invite you guys to actually go to the listing and read this for yourself. Some of you might know much more about this than me, but either way, I think that's really, really cool. They have multiple, and I mean, as you might guess, this is an absurdly expensive knife. I believe they have this listed at about $6,000 right now, which, given the construction of this, how it is made, where it is made, and the fact that it has God knows how many hours of hand engraving in it. Yeah, this is a collector's item for sure. And certainly would be a handsome addition to anybody's collection. I don't own anything as detailed as this. The more I look at this, it's so neat. Some of the areas are more matte and some areas are more polished. This right here, gosh, that is just so unbelievably beautiful. But I think honestly, the most beautiful side is probably this side. I mean, that is just absolutely spectacular. I love the, paying homage to the teaming up of United States and Poland. I think that's super epic, man. Wow. So if there are additional details enough to warrant a longer video after I talk with Polish Custom Knives, and I would most certainly do that. But today was much more of a show and tell. It's just an opportunity to get to show something that I don't normally show. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope I got every angle of this knife. But it is absolutely beautiful, and it will go back to Polish Custom Knives in absolutely perfect condition. So if this is something that you are interested in, of course, reach out to Polish Custom Knives, but it will return to Polish Custom Knives safely. So thank you so much. That's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. If you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex. So I'll go right there and subscribe. Subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.